Hey, so we're back with part two of my conversation with Rema, and I am interested in do we have a better dialogue with our body, especially when it undergoes a lot of changes. And she shared quite a few insights, tips, and revelations that made me step back and go, "Huh, I could try this out." One thing I did was I shared my wardrobe with her, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to talk about it or not on this episode because I wanted to see what she would make of it. And it was pretty insightful. So I look forward to this week's episode with you. Do let me know what you think. And if you haven't yet, you know what the thing is, right? Hit subscribe or join my Substack. Enjoy this week's episode. How do we style for contentment when these fluctuations happen? And what would you suggest?
I would always suggest that first acknowledge it. The more you'll become rebellious in this matter, your body will react in the opposite way. I have my own experience. I have hit 41.
Mm-hmm.
At 40, I could sense some changes in my body, and I'm overly sensitive with my body changes, and I'm overly sensitive with changes around me, energies, and everything.
Mm.
I just discussed it with someone, and they said, "Are you crazy? You're so young. Nothing happened. You're perfect." I said, "No, I do feel some change."
Dismissed.
Yeah. And I went to the doctor, and she said that yes, you are going into this early hormonal changes.
Mm.
So I came back and I sat down with myself. I had a conversation with my own body. I said, "Okay,
Okay.
fine. Let's first thing have a conversation with your body.
Okay.
It listens to you." Now
Yeah.
people are coming up with the gut has a brain. It really does have a brain.
It does always. Yoga always said that though in yoga full.
I'm listening it now. Your gut
Yeah.
has a brain. When I went to my nutritionist, she said that your gut has a brain. When you're dealing with anxiety, when you are too self critique, when you're forcing your body goes into fight and flight mode.
Yeah. Mr. Vegas, Mr. and Mrs. Vegas nerve, I call it.
First, sit down, talk to your body. I have
Mm.
sat down, I had a conversation. I said that, okay, Rehma, your body will change. First, acknowledge that you're alive to see these changes in your body. This is a phase in your life. Second thing, be prepared that certain clothes will not fit you anymore. You
Yes.
need to be mentally prepared. One of my denim have got tight. So what do I do with that? Do I sit with that crying, cribbing, or do I starve myself? Or do I work out on something if I can?
Mm-hmm.
If not, I accept. Self acceptance is the main key to everything. I know it's very easy to say, difficult to be done, but trust me, I have clients, I have my friends who are into perimenopause for good 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
and they are ready to opt everything. They are ready to go into any medical thing like we want to lose weight. The only conversation I keep having with them, if your body allows, if your budgets allow, if your mental health allows you to go into all these path, good to go. But I will always say work on your health. Next thing comes to clothes. Yes, your clothes won't fit into. Don't keep piling up those clothes that don't fit into, saying that you'll go back to it. When you open your wardrobe, make sure you don't have those clothes which speaks to you about the previous version of yours, certain
Mm-hmm.
stories that hurt you. When I do decluttering of my wardrobe and my clients, I remove all these things that creates confusion and distraction. We
Mm-hmm.
need to live in this present body. I get with perimenopause and menopause bloating. 2 weeks ago, you bought something and it doesn't fit you. You are into this journey. Your body will react in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Find the middle way. There are definitely clothes. Not every time you can have this power dressing to look that perfect. Your
Okay. Yeah.
normal free flowing clothes which fits to your body as of now can serve you the same purpose. Don't attach yourself to certain levels that you want to reach. Like I'm in perimenopause, I still want to lose. Both opposites. It cannot work. It's very difficult. And in this process, when you're forcing your body
Mhm.
will definitely react and it will rebel against you. You will start putting on more weight. You will start seeing these symptoms more. It's like forcing a child to do a thing which she or he doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
What does the child do? Either the child surrenders, and now at this day and age, the child becomes rebellious. So, your body is your child. The more you are calm with it, the more slow it will rebel with you. My mental health coach once told me that she was going through this perimenopause and menopause, and she said that trust me, Rehma, I accepted very gracefully that my body will change, and she went 2 sizes up. She said, the more I was graceful and calm with my body, the more this phase passed by.
Mm.
And
I understand her. I don't fight my body either. Now I've gotten. I think when I came to Dubai, I realized I was like, oh, now a new phase.
yeah,
And I when I recognized that as well, like I my mission this year is to go into more free flowing clothes, and I'm liking it. And I was like, okay, that's my next step, and I understand it. Where I don't fight my clothes. The only thing I feel bad about is like you don't expect that you buy clothes, and I literally bought clothes, and then 2 weeks later that weight out of nowhere came,
yeah.
and I was like, ah, okay. So that was my only saddest part. But yeah, indeed, I do agree with you. And what I love is that I don't know if you heard about it, but in the yoga, in Ayurveda, or even I think believe in the Chinese culture, they talk about seasons. And
Yeah.
I've always believed we are in a different season of our life. And I thought of perimenopause a lot like autumn, you know? And and I don't think menopause is winter, but I think it's like a late-ish autumn. That's how I see it. And what are
Yes.
your thoughts about that?
Definitely, each phase of your life is each season of your life. Today, when I turn back, I have gone through multiple seasons, and now I'm in different season. If you're prepared for the present season of yours, it gets very easy for you. When you're going on a vacation, you do this analysis, it's cold, you buy. You're prepared for that, to face that cold weather, right? You buy jackets, you keep things that keeps you warm. So when you go into that extreme weather, your body is in that comfort zone. You're prepared for that. And it gets very easy for you. You're not getting into this flight and fight mode or a sudden shock of the weather shock. The same way, we all will get these seasons in our life. Sorry. How well are you prepared?
So how have you worked with individuals or suggest to individuals? I think the better questions. How do you suggest with individuals? I'll give you an example, and I think we spoke about this, and I do want to bring this up as well. When I came to Dubai, I realized that my clothes from London are not the same for the loads of Dubai. But in the sense that my clothes are very conservative, jackets and trousers, they're much more, I wouldn't say as floral and vibrant as such, right? A couple of weeks ago, I read in something popped up on Instagram where, and it wasn't one, it was a couple of women and men saying, this is not how you dress in Dubai. Kindly dress appropriately,
Yes.
right? There's also, and I want to break this myth that people who wear abayas or outfits, coverage, it's your culture, but it's always bland. It's always that one monoculture. Can you break all of that in one shot for me, please?
Modesty is not a restriction.
Say that again.
Modesty is not restriction.
Modesty is not restriction. Oh, I think we got a pause phrase there. Yeah, tell me.
I always find this word attached to people, modest styling, modest fashion to people who are completely covered from top to toe. People attach this word to ladies who are covered top to bottom, say that they are modestly dressed. What is modest fashion? It's based on three things: cultural awareness,
Hmm.
intentional styling, and emotional well being.
Okay.
If you have these three things checked, you fall into modest styling. Now I see all these things the way you said, dress in a decent way. So my definition of modest would not be same as yours, right?
That depends. I don't like to show my shoulders. I'm not skimpy. I
Yes.
don't, but, and it's not because I'm scared of my body. It's just, I, I like to feel like I have a bit of coverage.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have this both foundation the same. We don't show our body. For me, I don't show my hair also. For you can
Oh,
show
I
it.
love I appreciate my hair. Yeah.
Yes, that's the lovely color. I am loving it. The salt and pepper look. That's why I said modest definition, the way it is for me, it's not the same for you. So when you base your styling on three things: cultural awareness, where you are in, you need to be aware of that culture. This country, the UAE, is a global platform where it accommodates everyone from all the nationalities. And
Yeah.
when you talk about styling, garments, abaya, hijab, it's self expression of identity, respect, culture, and it's all about community. Because when we wear abaya, hijab, it's more of our spiritual, our emotional resonance. This is Eastern culture. When it comes to Western culture, it's about self expression, self individuality, self freedom. And UAE is a platform which helps both of these East and West to meet in a very decent way. So, what's the way? What's the proper way to dress up? The proper way to dress up is the way you want someone to dress up when they are coming at your place. If at all you're having someone at your place for a very long time, before recording, we spoke about this, someone who is coming and staying at your place for a good amount of time, 1 year, 2 year. Definitely, you would like that person to follow certain rules of your house, certain cut-off times, certain dressing, eating habits, music. There are certain rules each and
Yeah.
every one of us have.
Yeah.
I'm
To live in harmony, as I call it.
I'm a person, I don't wear shoes inside my house, and neither do I enter into anyone's house with shoes. My footwear is always outside the house. So when you expect a person who is staying for a long time to follow your certain rules and certain things, over here we are spending our lives decades together in this country, which provides you with opportunities, safety. So the minimum we can do is respect its cultural. So small rules. There are no hard and fast rules. Just have that awareness and respect the cultural sensitivities. When you step out, just be a bit mindful the way you're dressing.
Okay, but I'm going to go to the other extreme. So Ramadan is coming up, and I
Yeah.
have to say, I love some of the abayas out there. I am not going to lie. Some of those abayas
Ah,
are
lovely.
gorgeous. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like I can dress into a beautiful canvas of self-expression too. I know I'm like that. But I'm apprehensive to buy one. I'm going to tell you why.
Yes.
Because I've always felt that there is a fine line or confusion, shade of gray between culture appropriation and culture appreciation.
Yeah.
For me, I've seen yoga be ripped apart. I've seen them put idols on the floor, chant, make do chants that, while sometimes people go, yes, but that's really good. And on the other hand, it's like it wasn't appropriate, not at the right time. I've seen people talk about the word karma and om,
Yeah.
throw it around like, it's my right to have that. So Here, I love to buy an abaya, but then I also think, am I being appreciative or or am I appropriating it? So, how do I discern between the two?
I know from where you're coming. We see all these clothes, like even when I see certain clothes, Western outfits, I'm like, "Ah, I wish I could, but I don't because it doesn't align with who I am.
Mhm.
When you want to invest in this kaftan or this abaya, you need to search that answer within you. Are you doing it with being cultural appropriate, or are you doing it with awareness or just as a gesture? And abaya,
And
sorry,
what if I was selfish and I said, I actually want to wear it because I know I'd look really good in it?
please go ahead. Because you're not being selfish, you're doing it for yourself,
Yeah.
for your happiness. And I must say, from my makeover, one thing I have learned to prioritize myself first, my happiness first, and not being in this mean way. There is a very fine line in confidence and overconfidence, in prioritizing yourself and always being in this that I am the only one. But prioritizing yourself for your mental well being, for your emotional well being. If you feel that you want this outfit, you want this abaya, so that you will look fabulous in that, please go ahead. Don't wait for anything else.
And I'm not appropriating.
Sorry?
I'm not appropriating.
No, because you are wearing it because you feel you will look good. You're not wearing it to fit in. If the thought comes in that I want to fit in to look more appropriate, then that's the stage where you step back and you think,
Oh, that's a fabulous way of defining it. Thank you. It is because you're basically saying don't force yourself to fit in
definitely. Don't shrink
because
yourself. Don't force
you're
yourself.
kind of shrinking yourself. Yeah.
Don't restrict yourself. If you feel you can look good in that, definitely go ahead. I have seen a skirt, a long skirt, and it had a slit.
Hmm.
I don't expose my legs. And I was like, I want this cut. It's so nice. I did buy that. And I didn't want to have that alteration of fixing that slit because definitely I won't feel comfortable. How did I wear that? I wore a dark colored stockings, hosiery beneath it so that my legs are not exposed. I'm still wearing it. Now, am I trying to fit into certain culture? No, I'm doing it only for myself. And I did step back and I did ask that, okay, fine, are you doing this to make yourself look stylish because you are into this field? Then I had this conversation, no, I want to wear this and I know how I can style it in a modest way, in a way that aligns with my cultural values. And now when other ladies look at it, they're like, we didn't even notice that slit because we can't see your legs through it. You're wearing something darker beneath it. And I'm still using it.
So, what has been the most daring that you have flirted with the edge to wear? That was for you, like, oh, I'm really stepping it forward for me.
Dark color, bright red color.
Bright red color.
Yeah, it was a trouser. I just had it in my wardrobe, and there was this networking, mix networking, male and female. So I that was my first networking, and I just booked in to block myself so that I don't second question like okay I don't give any excuses of not going over there because I wanted to break all the barriers that adds on to lowering down my self confidence. I want to
Okay.
break all those barriers. So the day is coming, and I think that, gosh, what do I wear now? So that I hide my anxiety, I look strong, and I'm still grounded. I don't wear a lots of prints. My style has evolved. All of our styles do evolve. So I had this bright red trouser. I wore that. I had a very basic color shirt, full sleeve with a polo neck, and I laid it up with a waistcoat. And then I had this turban hijab. It was bright red with certain different hues. And trust me, at that point, I was like, gosh, what am I doing? But I was like, no, these colors give me a very strong aura around me. And there are certain layering which I'm doing. It gives me a shield, it covers me up, and I feel home in that. And when I stepped over there, and though I was shivering inside, when I spoke to these gentlemen, they were like, we we find you so energetic yet still calm. How
Yeah.
is it? How? We want to understand. I said, this is the magic of styling. This is the magic of colors, because what colors you wear, they have energy in that. The way, and then your posture, the way you style your hijab, the way I style my hijab, no one does back at home. This is the very bold step I have taken to reveal my face. Like, we don't show our neck because we always have it around. So this is my boldest step, few steps which I have done.
So do
And
these become like your little signatures that, the Rehma signature?
my turban hijab is my signature style.
Okay. Do you know what my signature is? I mean, I revealed, let me just tell the listeners what I'm doing. And I'm just like avoiding asking you that question on
Yes, yes.
every front, which was I sent you my little peek of my wardrobe. And I
Love
tried to
it.
go really fast through my wardrobe. I was like, this is what it is. And okay, bye.
Love it.
But can you guess which is my signature?
I'll talk you through what I have seen different phases in your wardrobe.
Oh my God, do I really want to get into this?
Yes, you would love it. No, the first
All right.
wardrobe which you showed me, the first wardrobe,
Mhm.
to identify a person, personal style, and what they hold on. I'm doing a certification. So this is what I'm learning, and something which I was subconsciously also observing. I saw at your extreme right, there was those blazers which you used to wear in UK.
Yeah.
That's on your extreme right.
Okay.
And those are something least used now, but they have the most cherishing memories of your life. This is what I could figure it out. In the middle, I saw transition in the sizes of your clothing items because of your evolving bodies. A
Hmm.
bit of loose silhouette, free flowing material, a freer version of yourself.
Hmm.
Then I saw the second wardrobe. I could see a strong presence of colors, prints, and variations. It spoke about a personality who is very emotionally expressive and visually curious.
Really
Because
interesting.
in our conversation, you expressed a lot about your journey and you are
Yeah.
visually curious. That curiousness I see in the cues, your facial experience. When you listen, you have a certain facial experience you speak about.
My sister would tell me to stop talking with my face.
And
All right. So then,
you don't limit yourself into anything. You dress according to your mood. You don't restrict yourself.
yeah.
And then I saw your trousers, your comfort bottoms, the one which you love the most. And there was this transition from pastel shades to whites, blacks, and then a complete lot of colorful clothes, which shows the transition of your life, the transition of your body, and the way you are experimenting with different colors. You're now introducing new colors in within your styling. A free flowing soul, socially aware and expressive.
It's funny you say that because when I was traveling the world for a good 6 years, I was on a mission, first
Yeah.
of all, to live in one suitcase. And
I
so,
love that. I love that.
so if you're living in one suitcase, you have to buy a piece of clothing
Yeah.
that you can use again and again and
And
as
again,
versatile as much. And the colors, then I was restricted with colors as well because you can't always just buy a blue
yeah.
or a green or a yellow. And then heard about this lady, Iris Eiffel. And she was all about, and when I heard about Coco Chanel, and I always thought about accessories.
Yes.
And so I started then with little accessories, a bracelet or a chain or something. And I stopped wearing makeup during my yoga years.
Oh, yeah, you
And one
mentioned.
of my friends, when I was going to travel the world, she just bought me one lipstick and she put it right in the front of me. And she says, "Go and have fun with the world now. Go in." She says, "Go play." Her name is Crystal. And true enough, I went to play. And then when I got to London, another friend of mine got me another lipstick and she puts it in front of me. And I was like, it was bold red. And she says, if you're going to be wearing all those bland clothes,
Yeah,
meaning all the blacks and all
black,
the browns and just one
white.
monocolor, she goes, do me a favor, wear a beautiful lipstick because the lipstick makes all the difference. So when you were talking about your red hijab and how red stands out, every time I go on the stage or I'm on the call, I wear red. And even this lipstick, I have a terrible light, but this lipstick is not the real red. It's a darker, redder red. And so I find it very interesting, your analysis of my wardrobe. And I really appreciate it. Spot on. Thank
Because
you.
when you said that you were traveling in one suitcase, your blacks and pastel, one shaded clothes show that you were traveling in a suitcase. And then your evolving body, and then now different colors, variation. Now you're more curious to know because now you're meeting different people. You're having a lot of people with whom you're interacting.
And they have a lot of color and vibes as well. So I always find that my clothes have to match. I find over here, I don't know if you think that as well, but in Dubai, you have to have different clothes for different networks.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay. Now, you said something very interesting to me, and I want to get to that part.
Yeah.
You were talking about my clothes, and it got me thinking about my personal journey because my personal journey, and when we first spoke, your journey when I'm with you, I always feel like I'm being seen, like really being seen. Because the journey I'm not telling is the one that you picked up on.
Yes.
So talk to me about how and why is it that you get to that very fast? I mean, how does that work? The hidden journey. Do we always hide our journeys or is that a woman thing or is this just a Rehma, I pick up on this thing?
I connect very organically. I said I am intuitive. I catch up to energies very easily. And this is something which I have not worked on it. I have it since my childhood. Energies, connections. It's like, I don't know, I can see through a bit of a person. I can see through because I connect myself. I see a version of myself in every person I meet. Even when I'm doing workshops, I definitely resonate with at least five ladies in that workshop, a bit of my part of my life. The other day, last week, there was this so bubbly lady over there. She was laughing, full of life. I saw a bit in her, a bit of mine in her. I was
Mhm.
like, yes, this was me at that stage. And when you connect yourself, all of a sudden your experiences definitely gets translated. And when you start speaking to that lady, and I started speaking, and she was like, yes, you caught up certain bits of mine. Same thing I do with my clients also. When I go over there, when I see them, when we connect, it's not always about client and a stylist relationship. It's always about organic connection. Get to that level, because if you step into someone's space as a professional, it's very difficult for ladies to connect with you. First, you need to make that connection organically, and
Yeah.
that only happens when you are connected within yourself. You have that connection with divine, with your faith. When you are connected with that, you get connected with others very easily. So I just get it very naturally.
But do we really hide our clothes? Do we hide our journey in our clothes?
Yes, we do. We hide our journey. We hide behind colors as well. 80% of ladies hide behind certain colors. And hiding behind those certain colors always has a story. I'll take my example. I avoid wearing black.
You
And I have
avoid.
Yes, I have avoided for good 13 years. Why
Wow.
did it? Because I have this now very slowly, I have started using black very slowly, but I still avoid it. Why did I avoid it and why am I using it again? I avoid it because I never knew any color apart from black growing up because we always wear abayas, hijabs.
Hmm.
Was only black. And when I came into college in India, we have this thing that you can wear colored clothes to
Hmm.
college. You're not there is no compulsion of uniforms.
Okay.
I was so low in my confidence, and going back, I had no awareness of which colors, and I was so dependent on others to shop for me. I always wore black abaya so that I avoid that decision fatigue because I was so conscious people would judge me of the colors I'm wearing, the way I am styling myself, or the way I'm just putting myself in front of others because styling was
Hmm.
never there for me. So I always made sure I wore black to be invisible, to be invisible to the
Because
traumas
black
I
is
went through,
flattering. Yeah.
to the traumas. I was hiding my traumas, my fear, judgments, everything underneath black.
Yeah. I can see that. That you're, yes.
Now I don't wear black, I wear everything apart from black. I wear all colors, everything. Because I want to acknowledge that there are so many colors that suits me or suits you. Understand that and wear those colors. So whenever somebody opts for black, I always ask them, what's the story behind that? And I get to listen that I want to look slim, it camouflages. So I'm like, why only black? There are other colors, there are other dark toned shades. Go for that. No, we feel comfortable. I said, comfortable for what? Of what hiding are you feeling comfortable? My midsection, my flabby arms. I said, okay, I get you. Are you working on that? Are you doing something for that? Can that be like I work out every day? So, am I working out on my body? If still you're working out, like in perimenopause or menopause or certain genetical disorders, if you work out also you don't lose, then we can think about using different shades. Don't confine yourself in one silhouette, in one color, only to make yourself invisible or to make yourself comfortable. You need to come out of your comfort zone to meet your own version. If you're in your comfort zone, you'll be always attached to that previous version of yours.
So is it daring enough or is it wise enough? I don't know, to ask yourself the question, are you wanting to be seen when you put on a pair of clothes or whatever clothes you plan to place? Is understand the reason for you wearing it? Is it going to be to not be seen, be visible? How is that going to affect or influence your mood?
Always ask yourself. That's why I always tell ritualize yourself.
Ritualize yourself.
Yes. What is
Oh, I
ritual?
like it.
What is ritual? Ritual, when you wake up in the morning, some people do deep breathing
Mhm,
to have that pause in yourself, right?
mhm,
Some people go for a long run. Some
mhm.
do workouts, walks. What is this? This is something which you ritualize for your body. It means you are giving respect to your body. So
Yeah.
each time you stand in front or each time you're picking a piece of clothing, ask yourself, is this comfort or is this distract? Am I wearing it to be invisible or am I wearing it to be seen by myself? Once you see yourself, trust me, you'll shine so much, others will notice you.
And if you had to go back now to Rema when she was first aware or told that her color of her skin was an issue, what would you tell her today?
Wasn't an issue.
When color was an issue, your skin, when you were told that your color was an issue, what would you
I,
tell her today?
I would still say that I love you the most. And I am blessed. I truly say this, and I'm blessed that I have gone through that journey to become this version of mine. If I wouldn't have seen those falls, those conversations, I wouldn't have appreciated what I have now. So you need to learn to fall, to get back, stand up, and know how it feels to fall down. So next time other falls down, you know how it feels and you're more empathetic. I love both my versions.
And do you how do you have girls or girls
All
and
girls. All
only
girls.
girls?
Yeah.
What is that one thing you would leave behind?
Nothing comes before your mental well-being. You are
Nothing comes before
comes
your
before
mental
your
well-being.
mental well-being. And nothing
From a
comes,
stylist perspective,
no, anything. If a conversation, if a person is giving a negative impact on your mental well-being, stay away. If a clothing, if a color hits you hard, you don't feel in it, stay away. Anything that disturbs your mental well-being, your self-respect, just move off and always invest in your awareness. The more self-aware you are, the more clearer your ways get. You have more clarity. Because when I made my framework, I have everything revolving around self. When you are self aware, everything gets more clear, you have more clarity, and from there it builds with confidence, presentation, awareness, cultural awareness, creativity. Then everything just flows.
thank you so much for today.
Thanks so
I
much.
always enjoy talking to you.
Same. Same.
Okay, so did it inspire you to open your own closet and have take a look at the content inside? And what does it tell about you and your personality or the way you see things? I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope it gave you or sparked some way of looking at the way you appreciate your self expression through the avenue of clothes. And did it maybe spark for you to go and look for something different? Or did it invite you to think about yourself a little bit differently when dressing? Hey, as always, I'd love to hear from you back. Do send me a message or let me know how did this week's episode spark a difference for you. Hey, have a good one. Till the next one. Take care.